I've sold on there. I bought on there. They're legit.
Yeah. See,
And you don't even. They'll drop the money right in your bank account, but you don't get paid until they verify the shoe.
okay, okay, yeah. See,
So if you buy it from somebody, like let's say somebody's trying to off some fakes, you could tell buddy, yo, put it on fucking. I tell them straight up, yo, put it on StockX. I'll give you 200.
yeah.
Because what's gonna happen is that they're gonna mail it to like some verifier, whatever the fuck it is. That's in the it's a middleman. He doesn't get paid until that guy says, "Yo, these are legit, these are real," and then Buddy will get your 200, which it
And,
won't be 200 because he's got to pay a fee. So he'll wind up getting like again
and
170
see
or
what he was
180.
saying is this the message he's saying. He said, "Feel free to have
He's
them
telling
legit
you
check."
PayPal gift them, right? Send
Nah,
me through
nah, he
PayPal
didn't. He
gift.
didn't. He kept saying invoice. He said invoice. He's like, "Feel free to have them legit check. Like I promise you, they're good to go." I
Yeah, I
like
mean,
I don't know.
I'll tell you some other scammer shit that you can do to somebody if you want. I mean, I don't fuck with this shit no more because I'm all about karma and shit now. But what you can do, no, seriously, I'll tell you what you can do. If you ever buy anything through PayPal, say, that can't be a gift, but anything like, it could be through eBay or it could be one of these dudes right here that make an invoice and just mail you some shit. So basically, if they don't get signature confirmation, which 9 out of 10 people don't because they're fucking retarded. Basically, when the package comes, you're supposed to sign for it. If if you don't sign for it and they just drop it at your front door and walk away, you can call fucking PayPal and you can say that you never got them, and they'll give you all your money back.
Oh wow.
1,000%. 1,000%. Because the problem is, and it's the truth. The
Yeah.
mailman could have delivered them to the wrong house.
That's the like you said. If
The
you ain't.
mailman, somebody could have came by and stole them off my front porch. Bitch, you sent something for $300, $400 or whatever it is, and you didn't pay $3 for signature confirmation. What the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, nah, that's a hundred
I could have
percent.
just got over. I could have just got over on somebody, and I didn't, because I just not, I'm not about that karma and shit. But me and my homeboy did somebody dirty back in the day. This is how we found out about it. He tried him on some shit. He got what was it? This was like the Dornbecker 4s when they came out, the
Uh huh.
Superman ones.
Yeah.
So when those ones dropped, my homeboy was like a crazy Twitter nerd, and he had all these bots and all this crazy shit on his computer. And Nike was doing this thing where it was like dropping these like codes, and you had to like decode it. I don't know if you remember this shit,
Uh
but
huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, so they're doing some crazy shit, but it was like in Nike Town in New York, and we live in Florida, so he got them. Now we were selling mad shoes like all over the globe, so we knew mad people, you know what I mean, in the shoe community. So we hit this dude up that was in New York. We're like, yo, can you pick these up for us? We'll shoot you $100 plus, you know what I mean? You're in good faith with us, so we'll hook you up on whatever, you know what I mean? And Buddy's like, yeah, 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 that's cool, man, I got you, blah, blah. So we sent him the confirmation code, and then, of course, he went ghost. And we were like, and right when them shoes came out, they were hot, dog. They were like $1,200, $1,500 shoe.
Oh yeah, no
We were
doubt.
like,
Dornbreakers, they
yeah,
usually I always go for something like that, like you saying.
hell yeah. That Superman was stupid though. Everybody was like going crazy over that shit. So then
Beyond stupid.
yeah, exactly. So we were hitting him up. We were like, yo. Then finally he answered us back, and he's like, yo, they wouldn't let me get them. Blah blah. It's like 3 days later. We're like, oh, we got the email saying you picked them up. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, don't. We're like, yo, don't be that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Nah. I couldn't get them. They tried me because I already had got a pair. They wouldn't let me get two. You know what I mean? So, blah 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 blah. And we're like, really, dog? You're gonna do us like that? Yeah, man. We're like, all right, cool. Now he was a reseller, so sure enough, what we do? Waited a day. We go back on his shit. Sure enough, he's got two of them for sale
That's
on his fucking
crazy.
on his little site. So we're like, okay, all right, we got you. What's up? So you know what we did?
Got his
We
ass back.
bought both of them and another pair. Had them bitches shipped. He didn't get signature confirmation. Bam, hit that man for 3 pairs of shoes. All free.
Nah,
We
yeah,
didn't even
you don't.
pay. We didn't even pay for nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? We didn't even pay for the retail of the fucking the Dornbecker fours. We didn't pay shit. We just hit his ass or whatever. Dog, the dude went bananas talking about, I'm gonna come kill you, boy. It's like,
That
you
sound
don't
like yeah,
understand.
nah. That
And we
sound
were
like
like,
people though for real.
yeah, we were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yo, we never got him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dog, we were waiting, we never got him. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Why would I kept saying what? And we were talking to PayPal, and that's when they broke it down. They were like, look, if you don't get signature confirmation, it's on them. There ain't no fucking. Who's to say someone doesn't mail you a box of fucking rocks? Like, you know
Facts.
what I'm trying to say? Like,
Hell yeah. That's
you know
fucking
what I mean?
facts.
The internet's crazy, dog. I seen one dude that's in jail. Oh, he was making crazy money off this kind of shit. Like buying like expensive at like 3 grand, 4 grand purses. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean,
Yeah.
and hitting people over the head. And I mean, he's in jail, but I mean, he was going ham. He had like I watched like a documentary on. He had like a stripper girlfriend. He was like paying like 100. Like, it was stupid. It was just stupid. He was just so. Yeah, so that's you know what I mean? That's a little tip for you too. And what's good too with StockX is that they eliminate that part of it too. And that's why I like them, because it's on them. You know what I'm saying? You ship to StockX and then they handle it. So there is no, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no you versus him type shit where they can call and do all this extra bullshit. But yeah, if you ever do that shit, make sure you get the extra $3 for signature confirmation. And another loophole too is whenever you ship shoes, if you print the label yourself, you can fuck with the weight, and they don't ever weigh. As long as you do USPS, instead of having to pay like 20-something dollars, I ship shoes for like $7-8. Just slap the fucking thing on it and drop it down at USPS. But them lobsters you got, I'd be on StockX right now, 300.
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
my
yeah.
bid
I got them on that page I said, and and I got them on the whatchamacallit app, the Goat app. I got them for 3.
Oh, see, I haven't fucked with that Goat app. That shit's legit too.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even know
It's
nothing
pretty much
about
the
that.
same as stock.
Okay, I'd put them right on stock, dog.
Yeah,
300.
they definitely. I need to, but I need
You
to
gotta
make me.
sign up for your bank account and all
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
shit,
about to say. I gotta sign up for me a StockX account.
but yeah, it's definitely worth it. And then like I said, man, I mean, I don't really fuck with them. Like I try, like I know it's holidays, so they're dropping that heat. Those Air Forces that are dropping are gonna be fucking big red. Those off whites.
Yeah.
You know, they're like the green.
How the fuck you get out of that shit?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's like a green. It's like a green one, and then another one. Those things I think are flipping for like 550.
Yeah, I know the exact ones you're talking about.
You definitely want to swing at those. Yeah, you can't make no money on Jordans, dog.
At all.
Like it sucks. It doesn't make no sense, but it's just the way the world's moving, dog. I don't know. I think that they're releasing too many pairs and the price is too high. Like, look at those dunks, dog. They're $100, bro. Like, you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, that's the same shit
why are
I
J's not
said.
$100?
Boy,
Why are J's not
$100.
$100? You can't beat that.
I seen that shit.
can't
They
even-
a hundo, and you know what I mean. You can resell them for 300. So you're making a $200 profit.
Exactly. 3 times your money. That's why I was like, yo, and I found that out a while ago. That once I found out, I fucked up. I went and bought 20 pairs of fucking those Yeezy whites that came out.
Yeah.
V2s that came out like a couple months ago. I returned them all, dog. I had to return every fucking pair. I was like, yo, this shoe game is trash. I had to call the fucking Adidas, and I was like, yo, my son got a hold of, I don't even have a son. I said, my son got a hold of my fucking credit card, ordered all these dumbass shoes. I said, this shit ain't mine. This shit needs to go back. I had to send them all back. 20 pairs. It's like anything in investing in life, dog. Like it's never gonna be the same. Like everything's changing. Look at this fucking music these kids are listening to.
Yeah,
They're
boy,
listening
that
to
shit's so
fucking Lil
trash.
They're actually bumping fucking Little Pump. Like at one point I thought they were just clowning. Like, you know what I mean? I thought they were just like joking. Like,
Boy, that shit is beyond trash
that
for
shit's
real.
real. Beyond trash. Little Zan, this little white. I'm like, dog, are you kidding me? Like people are. I mean, and I thought it was a joke. I thought they were just like trolling. Like, you know what I mean? I thought they were just like clowning, like in a sense. And I'm like, all of a sudden you start seeing these videos, concerts. These dudes are head over fucking bananas over these motherfuckers. I'm like, yo, this world, it's just changing. You know what I mean? So, same thing with the shoes, dog. Think about it. These kids don't know who the fuck Jordan is.
Fuck no. He say, she
You know
say
what I
shit.
mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? It's all the only reason they're buying Jordans is because we're rocking Jordans or somebody that they
The
know
fuck out of here.
is telling them. So, but yeah, that's my opinion on that. I definitely would stay away from that.
Yeah, I ain't.
But try to grab those Nikes. I'm gonna try and grab them. They got this. They got a bunch of little Miami stores and shit. I don't know. I feel like I used to go out and I had a fucking manager I was paying at one point at a Champs, and I was getting shit early. I mean, I was all in at one point, dog. But it took a weird turn. It just ain't what it is. So
That show ain't
so
what
I
it
kind
used to
of
be.
nah. I mean, I remember when the Concords first came out. The last time, not the first time, but the last release.
Yeah.
And then that was bananas. You know what I mean? That was 350 like
Them
off rip.
Concords,
That
the
was
first time
350 and
they
a
came
dude.
out, bro. Oh my
Yeah, that was
god.
350 and Buddy was fucking thanking you and kissing you and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you got really? You gonna do it for 350? Like, yeah, I got you. You know? Shit. Now I think they're 250. That's it. All you get for that shit.
Yeah, them shits ain't even the same no more, like you said.
Yeah, I didn't even buy them.
I bought them off some hype shit, but
Yeah, I didn't even buy them. I mean, it's a dope shoe. Don't get me wrong, but like, even the material, dog, like that patent leather on the front. You walk fucking 2 steps and bitches are fucking creased. You're like, god damn, bitch, I just
what
paid
the fuck?
200 and fucking what for this? I got some LeBrons with that fucking whatever that VTech shit, whatever it is, man.
Yeah.
Things look brand new, and I fucking ran in them and jumped in them. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that shit ain't the same, I'm telling you.
nah, even the material. Nah, it's trash. Jordan's got a fucking gambling problem. 100%. That
Yeah.
man took down fucking what's his name with his ass. You ever heard that story? That ex-Heat Miami Heat player. Fuck his name. I don't know. They had a documentary on it, but he's like, yeah, I was hanging out with Jordan. I went broke.
Wow.
He wrote a fucking $1 million check to the fucking casino and it bounced.
Who did?
Like Jordan, Antoine Walker.
Ah. Yeah.
Antoine went broke hanging out with Jordan.
That's crazy.
Jordan's getting that crazy shoe money. Yeah, Jordan's a crazy gambler. Crazy.
This is crazy, dog. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you after this, man. I gotta concentrate on this damn guy. He whooping my ass right now. Yeah. All right, bro.
They're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Carr to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
694. Hey. 4 down, 4 down. 734, 93. 93.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Alert! 3 down. 734. Hey, 734. Listen, hot.
They do go for it. It's Carr. He finds Beckham complete. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
We got 4. Raider 2.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Your trip is here. Six 18. 12. Single receiver. Low. Single receiver. What's that?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking long for Westbrook. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out right at the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. There we go, back. 180. Listen.
On play action, Wentz. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Lion.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Come on. 120. Lance.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
There we go. Back. 180. Great 15. Great 15. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Wentz to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Raider 2.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He finds Ajayi. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. They give him a gain of 38.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the
pressure comes and down he goes? The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know you feel that. Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 29.
Carr now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Carr to throw again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We got three, fellas. We got 7:34. 29.
On third down, Carr. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Damon Harrison never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Don't go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Go.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taking it about the 36. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
24.
Carr now on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Wentz going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
Wentz now to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Come on now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, stack.
Wentz now on 1st down. Flushed out right. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. To Michel on the dump off. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Lion. Liz. Dragon. Ron. Black, come on.
Now Wentz again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Down. Wide 80. White. Purdue.
On second down, here's Carr. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
808. Raider 2. Check. 618. 694.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Monday down.
Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Down. Wide 85.
From midfield, here's Carr. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go Chief.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Looking long for Westbrook. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Great 15. Great 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out,
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Run! Lay down! Hang in there now! Hang in there now! Black!
Working from the gun, Wentz. Buying time to us, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Check your hot read. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Here's Ajayi. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Hang in there now. Hang in
Well, I'd
there
say
now.
that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Wentz to throw. On the move to it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory,